Welcome back to Our Chicago. I'm Samantha Chapman. Even for those people who are not working from home, technology can make it more difficult to step away from our jobs when the workday ends. So what would it look like if instead of working more, we worked less? There's been a recent talk about shifting to a 4-day work week, and I know that interests a lot of people out there. Joining me now is Dr. Robert Bruno, a professor of labor and employment relations at the University of Illinois. Dr. Bruno, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Very kind of you to invite me on the program. Thank you.
We're so happy to have you. So in 1933, the U.S. Senate passed a bill that would have cut the work week to 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. So still a 5-day work week, but each day would be 2 hours shorter than the current standard. President Franklin Roosevelt supported it, but then backed away after pressure from business interests. Have there been any substantial efforts since then to change the standard work week?
There hasn't been anything that's gotten traction. There's been debate, conversation. There was a strong sense that the work week would begin to shorten up a bit. But the 40-hour week with overtime really did become the standard. It became law. And we've pretty much stuck to it with very little concerted national effort to change those hours.
I know there are people out there who work, and when they hear a 4-day work week, a lot of people are like, that's a pipe dream. Could you see it actually coming to fruition down the road?
Sure. In fact, it's a reality in lots of places. Studies have been done across the globe, most recently in the UK, where different firms experimented with a shorter work week. And at the end of the pilot studies, folks were very happy with it and decided to stick with it. And there are companies that do work on a more flexible, adjusted schedule, less than a 5-day week. And in fact, a large corporation like the Kellogg's Corporation really played against the standard. Up until the 1960s, they did function on a less than a 40-hour work week. And this might come as a surprise to you, but over 1,600 schools across the country function on a 4-day instructional model. So not only could it come to pass, but there are places where workers are working exactly less than the standard 5-day, 40-hour work week.
Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont says it is time for the 4-day work week. There was recently, as you mentioned, a trial run done in the United Kingdom. So talk about what has prompted this. Would you say the pandemic is changing the way we think about working and Americans working so hard and really just feeling that burnout?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of two things, and certainly the pandemic accelerates these dynamics, but it really goes back even before, and that is one, people really want to do meaningful work. They understand that they need to work, they find value in their work, they find purpose in their work, or they'd like to have more purpose in their work, but at the same time they want to balance. And they've lost control of their time. We have a formal 40-hour work week, but in fact, at least since 2018-19, the average worker is working longer than 40 hours. And that's putting pressure on families. It's putting pressure on mental health. And I think workers want a balance between work that's meaningful and family life that's fulfilling.
Absolutely. We need that balance. Talk about what the benefits would be for a 4-day work week for both the employees and the employers.
Yeah, so we could look at the studies that have been done, the UK, the most recent. What you find is that, let's start on the employer side, workers are very efficient. They're very productive. There's no loss of output. There's no loss of efficiency. Workers come to work happy. They're pleased to be there. They're not thinking about when they're going to leave. For the workers, they can balance their life out. Work now fits well with their lifestyle, with their sense of identity. They're able to make various activities that their children are involved in. They're able to be more attentive when it has to do with school related activities. There's less mental stress. And because workers are really feeling comfortable in that workplace and they feel like they've got some control over time in their life, they're actually getting more value out of the work and they're putting more emphasis and effort into the work. So it's hard to see any losers in this alternative work week. And the only reason we're still stuck with 40 is just plain habit and inertia. But there's no science or evidence that says this is the best way to organize the work week.
Dr. Bruno, thank you so much for your insight and speaking with us this morning. We really appreciate that.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.